I greet you with the peace of Elohim, the peace that comes from heaven and come and strengthen our heart. I greet you with that peace that brings belief, strong belief. Maybe in your language you can call it faith. In my language I say strong belief. Certainly, like me, you read somewhere where they say Satan, devil, Lucifer, kiss please, whatever the name we give him, is the father of lie. Maybe before it's true, not now. You know, you have something you must understand. As God don't look at appearance to choose, to judge, to bless, you must know that the enemy of our soul has totally deeply human being, and they know that human being like judge by what he see. He look at what is visible. So you understand that according to the light of Luke 4, God gave him the word. So he can use the word to bring you in his darkness. You can say, prophet, what do you mean by that? I want to tell you today, Satan used the truth to bring you in darkness. The truth to bring you in lie. A lie to bring you to darkness. I know you don't understand me. Before, Satan is the master of lie, not now. Maybe it's what people before want to lie us, so we can have a bad look to devil, to don't understand him. But let me tell you the truth today. The father of lie is human being, not devil. I will take you some example and you can understand very well. Human being is the father of lie, because the first man to lie was Adam. Adam is the one who bring lie. Devil is smart. Is very, very, very smart. But he choose. He use smartness to bring you in perdition. This sermon, the Spirit of Elohim want to teach us that the law of belief, if you have the law of belief, you can understand yourself and you can order what you want to be and you will be. It means if you want to enter deeply in the characteristic of godly being in you, you need to have the law of the law of belief. And the law of belief, you must be blind to the word, and you must see to unsee word. It means devil is using what do you see to let you lose what you don't see. What the meaning of that? Let us take example. You are poor. Since morning you don't eat something. You are miserable, you are suffering. And you are coming from no background. Satan will use that image you yourself you see. It's not lie. He will tell you, look at the way to eat, you have problem. To treat yourself, you have problem. To go to your church, you have problem. To do what you need, you cannot. But it's the same God, He say, He can supply all your need. But look at the way you are suffering. And when you look with your eyes, you see that it's true. You are suffering. When you look at every word is utter His mouth, it's true. And you are there, you say, hey, but this man is talking truth. Now He will tell you, me, I can give you money. I can give you if you want to be famous. I can give you what you are looking for. And certainly, you will say, hey, I can accept. The moment you accept, He pump for you. He will give you car, house, whatever you want. When you are now you are in a higher place, higher level, He will come and tell you, now I need you to do my work now. Because now I'm sure you are in damnation now as me. So you see that He used the truth to bring you to lie, to darkness. He put you to forget the promises Adonai has made for you. That if you serve Him, He will bless your water, He will bless your food, and you remove any sickness among you. Let me take another figure for you to understand, another picture. You are sick, and every morning you are praying, you say, by the stripe of His grace, by stripe of YESHUA, I'm healed. I'm healed. Healing don't come. And the pain is too strong. The pain is too strong. And the enemy will come and say, hey, man, look at the way you are suffering. But it's the God who say that if you serve Him, He will bless your water and your bread. He will remove every sickness in you. But look at the way you are suffering. You are sick, He cannot heal you. And He's the one who said by the stripe of His Son, you are healed. Look at you, you are not healed. But me, I can tell you, if you go and take this leave, maybe this things, maybe this water, mix it with your urine, drink it, I'm telling you, you'll be healed. And you go and test it, you'll be healed. Your pain go. But you don't know that the urine you drink is a covenant you made with Him. Because you accept to drink. Let me again take another option for you to understand today. 90% of the church today, they're under the control of this place. You are suffering. He will come and do miracle. Actually, what they do is miracle money. You follow them because you know they can bless you. You know you don't suffer there. The money will appear in your account. The money will appear, I don't know where. So you are following your feeling. You are following what you like, what your eyes appreciate. But in a church where they tell you, they preach you salvation, you say this church is fake. You see, it's not always Devil lie. Devil is very smart. Me, I use that. It's not smart. Is very thick. Because when you want to mislead you, he do it and you think is right. And everything is right around you. You cannot a second imagine that you want you to be misled. You know, the law of belief is be blind to the word and to see with your eyes what your eyes cannot see. How you can see with your eyes what you cannot see is incredible. I want to tell you something. When you look at deeply your heart, you understand that your heart is a spirit. Because a spirit is something you cannot see. That's why only in your heart God can dwell. So I can say that is your heart the spirit. Because you cannot see your heart. If you can see your heart, tell me. And it's through your heart, the living word. The Holy Scripture says, out of abundance of your spirit, meaning your heart, the mouth speaks. The spirit of man is dead in sin, but the spirit of truth walking through man is eternal life and is your heart. Everything we speak, think, and do will attest to what we abundance of our heart bring forth. And that is only according to the will of God. Elohim says to Samuel that me, I don't look at appearance. I look at only the heart. And we know that we are worshiping and adore Elohim because he's a spirit. And people, they must worship in truth and spirit. Your belief become your reality when you start to see with your eyes what human being cannot see. What that means, what God declare about your situation, you start to work on it without doubt. You become a mad for man. What that mean again? It mean when Elohim say I must be the head and not the queue. It mean I must challenge myself because this word challenge me. I must have that character of winner. I must have that character to be the head and not the queue. El Shaddai, the powerful God, say, don't be afraid. He's with you. Why do you fear what kill flesh? And you are not afraid of what kill soul and spirit and flesh too. El Jireh said he will supply all your need. And you are crying because you don't have something to eat. El Rapha said he's your healer. He will send his word to heal you. And you are crying because you have HIV. You are crying because you have cancer. Look, what you believe become your reality, become truth in you. And that law, devil know that. He will put you to believe your situation for you to forget the promises of God. And the first thing devil would do is let your spirit be corrupted. And when your spirit, your heart is corrupted, your word will be corrupted. Your eyes will start to accept what you see. As your eyes will accept what you see, your life will be what you see. But it's counterfeit. It's not a real thing. It don't last. But the blessing of God not add to sorrow. The Holy Scripture say in Ephesians 4 verse 29, let no corrupting talk come out of your mouth, but only such as good for building up, as fit the occasion, that is, may give grace to those who hear. Devil had changed his strategy. Actually, you think devil will use a lie now? Oh, forget it. He use what you like, what your eyes see. He use your situation. He use the truth. Look at today when a prophet give a prophecy that go and look at the account, you will see money. Brother, tell me the truth. Sister, tell me the truth. If you go, a fake prophet, but who tell you go to your account, you find $1 million. And when you go, you find $1 million. What your first thing you say? This man of God is true. This man of God is true. I forget that you have man of God and man from God. Actually, devil don't lie. Devil use the truth to bring you in a word of lie. He used the light to bring you in darkness. What you forget easily, that devil was a cherubim. He was an angel of light. And he can take that appearance, because when he go in front of God, he don't go with the body God caused him. And maybe you forget easily, is one of the wonderful and the beautiful being God has created. Is that beautifulness bring him proud and bring him a rebellion. The law of belief is simply to say what you believe with feeling become your reality. What you believe with feeling become your reality. Whatever you intensely believe become your reality. Whatever you believe with feeling, look at very well. Whatever you believe with feeling, if you believe simply, nothing will happen. Whatever you believe with feeling become your reality. Whatever incessantly believe become your reality. Whatever you believe with feeling become your reality. When you are feeling pain, you believe that you are sick. And that sickness become a reality. I know somebody, in one village called Lemenge in Gabon. He got to a hospital and they tell him, you have HIV, refuse it. He said, I don't have HIV because I never forsake my wife and I cannot have HIV. He come to the town, Kulamutu. He make test again, they confirm that he have HIV. He say, doctor, I tell you I cannot have HIV. It's not possible. They say, maybe your wife cheated you. He said, I don't care. I don't have HIV. He got to Libreville. He make another test, they confirm that he have HIV. He refused. He start now every day to confess that he don't have HIV. And he carry the feeling of being in good health. After 1 year, he start to lose weight. And people was telling him, they tell you have HIV. He say, I'm not losing weight because I have HIV. I'm losing weight because I'm not in good condition actually. I don't have job. I lose my job because people think I have HIV. So I don't lose weight because I have HIV. He refused any situation he have. His first feeling was, I'm not have HIV. One faithful man came to him. Why you don't accept your situation? He tell the man, I don't have HIV. Give me a job. That job I can feed my family. You will see that really I don't have HIV and I lose weight because my situation is paining me. I'm thinking too much. That man was a politician. He took the guy. He gave him a good job. He gave me a car and a house. 1 month after, the guy was very fine. He got to the guy, he said, I tell you, it's my situation. Now I can send my children to school. I can take care of my family. I tell you I don't have HIV. So he got to do test again. And they say you have HIV. He said, never, I don't have HIV. Now the man have, they send him in Nigeria for one assignment, his company. When he got there, he made a test. The test say is HIV positive 1. He said, I don't believe this. As people, they are coming back, his wife was discouraged. He said, I don't have HIV. And one day, he go to France. He met the text in France. France said, he have HIV. He don't believe. He come, when he was coming to go to Gabon, his plane have a problem in Ethiopia. So they sleep in Ethiopia 2 days. And he took that time he go to hospital. When he got to hospital, they declare HIV negative. He said, no, he don't believe. He don't believe that. He got to another clinic. They say HIV negative. He said he cannot believe that. And that time he have now small money. He canceled his ticket. He got to test hospital. They say he's HIV negative. He don't believe. So one doctor tell him, I will take you and bring you to Egypt. He got to Egypt and he test. It was negative. He says it's not possible. He get money again. He go to Israel. They say it's negative. And he come back in Gabon. That time when he go to do the test, they say it's negative. And he tell people that, I'm telling you, I believe and live in God. And my faith cannot fail me. The history of this guy is to tell you, devil can tell you your situation is true. Maybe you are not the good place. What I want to tell you, as this man was stronger in his belief, because he knows something, what he believed becomes his reality. He don't believe that he have HIV. But he travel a lot of countries, they say he's HIV positive. He's in Ethiopia. He get a good result. Always I tell you, anointing working with a country, a place, a man. Maybe actually a lot of witches and wizards gather somewhere to let you fail, to let you die. And you are feeling that pain. Maybe your heart is beating fast. Don't believe in that. Believe that God say you will live long to testify his goodness. Let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, Shaddai. The question you must ask yourself, Billy Gates, all of this billionaire, why they don't have attack like we have attack? Them, they don't believe in what you believe. What successful people believe, what we discover is that successful people absolutely believe that they have the ability to succeed. And they will not think about or talk about the possibility that they will fail. They don't even consider the possibility of failure. They don't imagine themselves in fail. And when you have a business and that business fail, he say, I'm learning about my failure. Positive thinking versus positive knowing. You always act in a matter consistent with your belief. The most important belief system you can build is to be conscious of your situation that God promised you. You must always say, the Lord say I must be the head and not the cure. Believe in that. When the word is showing that you are poor, believe that you are rich. When the word show you that you are sick, believe that you are healed. Positive knowing versus positive thinking. Positive thinking can sometimes be witching or upping. But positive knowing is when you absolutely know that no matter what you will be a successful life. The law of belief is to know, believe what the word is present to you. but strongly believe what God is present to you, what your spirit, your heart present to you. Let me talk to you about the foundation of willpower. MASHIA'H, another principle related to your belief is willpower. God give us the will, free will. We know that willpower is essential to any access to success. Willpower is based on confidence. It's based on conviction. It's based on faith. It's based on your belief in your ability to triumph over all obstacles. And you can develop willpower by persistence, by working on your goal, by reading the biography of your success people, like YESHUA, Mashiach, by focus yourself in the testimony other people success before you have. Like now, I tell you the example of that man who have HIV. By listening to audio of the preaching, they can activate savage, strong, powerful belief in you. By reading in the Holy Scripture, people or woman that success. The more information you take from people, maybe through testimony, maybe through the Holy Scripture, you take it into your mind, you will create a village of successful life in you. The more likely it is that you will develop the willpower to push you through the obstacle and difficulties. You will experience greatness. You need to be motivated. That's why I'm talking to you today, under the cover or rock ALEHIM. Change the way you are thinking. Because today, they will understand a lot of things. He know the law of belief. Is present to you now what you believe. You don't have car, he will show you car. When God say you are the next president of your country and you are living big difficulties, obstacle, you are sick and you don't know if tomorrow you wake up. To eat is difficult. To rent your house is not easy. And it's not only. People around you will betray you. And you ask yourself how tomorrow I can be a president in that situation. It's that time the devil will come and talk to you, to let you doubt the promises God, ALEHIM, give you. You don't think, let me go to the Holy Scripture and seek somebody. God promised power, and He give how that man faces his trial. And when you go, you will see the most beautiful example of David. David passed through the valley of shadow of death. And what the Holy Scripture says, when ALEHIM promised him the throne, he waited 40 years. 40 years before he gets the throne. Never one time David doubted. Sometimes he looked there. When you read along this psalm, you will see that you think, God, are you God of that people? Why you cannot? He passed through bad situation. David faced heart attack. He faced heart problem, stomach problem, a lot of problem David faced. But I strongly believe with feeling that he will be a king. And what the Holy Scripture tells us, he was the best and a great king. The law of belief is be blind to the word. If you are not blind to the word, that word will mislead you. It's not any time now you can think the devil is a liar. No, he's not a liar. I'm telling you. He's using that the truth to bring you in a kingdom of lie. Because what he will give you, he will come with sorrow. The blessing of God will don't come with sorrow. The blessing of Elohim will don't come with sorrow. You want to live success life? Remember that success is rare. Only one person in 100 become worldly in the course of a lifetime. Because it's a battle. You must be strong and believe with feeling on yourself. Believe with feeling on God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai. If you let the enemy of our soul mislead you, let's go. Today they will not use truth. To bring now lie. He used light to bring darkness. The love of truth, the love of believing is be blind to the word. When you see, is to see with the eyes of your heart, mean the eyes of your spirit. Don't believe what you see. Always thinking deep. Maybe you have a situation where somebody come with WhatsApp and tell you your wife betray you. And when you look at the WhatsApp, the conversation is so deep. And you recognize the number of your wife. And you believe because it's what you see. When you go and ask your wife say, I never cheat you. You say, but this is your conversation with your boyfriend. The man you are cheating me with. She will tell it's not me. And you took your decision to divorce with her. She will tell you and cannot do. You say, I see it with my eyes. Hey. And you take the step divorce. And to the Lord you realize that it was a plan of your enemy. Because now the technology is high. They know the number of your wife, so they just fake the conversation. Because you see it with your eyes that your wife betray you. You read it on WhatsApp. Maybe they bring you the picture of your wife naked. And you believe. Now when we are already divorced, and the truth will come, you will regret. You understand that the world is wicked because the master of the world is very wicked himself. Don't believe what you see, my brother and sister. This is the law of believing. Believe what your heart says. Believe what your heart sees. And sometimes what your heart sees is not what you see with your eyes. Elohim, Elroy, the one who sees everything. Say tomorrow you'll be a president. And because you are passing through a hard time, you think God is lying you? God don't lie you. He's telling you the truth. What you are passing is just a school. A school to let you be strengthened. A school to let you be a good man. Because God wants you to handle his people. You must pass to school of betrayal, school of disappointed, school of failure, whatever school you call. Don't see what the word is telling you. Somebody will come and say, this guy is a liar. He's a fake prophet. Look at what he's doing. Look at what he's saying. Look at. He wants you to lose your grace because himself I already lose it. Because if I realize that Moses is fake, I will leave the church of Moses and be quiet. Why I would do some around people, see people, leave this church. This church is fake. And you know yourself that behind you are hiding a lot of secret you have. You don't want people to understand it, to discover it. So you want to use what people like to mislead other people. If you are hearing my voice and you're in that situation, don't justify yourself. The time will come where the truth will come out. If what they accuse you is truth, it's truth for devil. Because what God declare holy, nobody can declare it unclean. Be quiet and let God justify you. Your enemy can be strong, but the law of belief state you to don't believe what your eyes, naked eyes show you. Believe what your heart show you. And the Lord say, keep silence, I will fight for you. Elohim said the battle is for you, not for you. The victory is for you. Today, I want again to strengthen your faith to tell you, now the time for you has come now. With the love, believe. Don't let 2020 find you in your situation again. Refuse what devil wants you to believe. Yeah, he's telling you that you are poor. He's telling you are sick. He's telling you are barren. He's telling you you are nobody. Don't believe that. Believe that you must be the head and not the queue. I pray that HAKKADOSH, the good teacher, will come and teach you. Let you understand what I'm teaching you now from the throne of grace, with the voice of the redemption, for you to believe that the love believer is to be blind of the word and see with your spirit, and your spirit is your heart. As we hear that, you don't believe what you see, but what you believe with your heart. Let the HAKKADOSH will come to you and make a way where there have seems a way. That, like Israel people, when they face the Red Sea and behind them they are enemy, they don't know where they can go. They ask themselves where we can go, and God open a way for them. Let not Rock Elohim open a way for you. As Adonai open a way for them. And will be the head and not the queue. In the name of Yeh, Asher, I pray. Just say amen. And me, I will say Leulam. Amen. Stay blessed.